Going off. Looks like it's 4:02. I can hear it. There we go again. Same place I always set it off. This is Buddy Webb, Midland, Texas, and home of terror and murder. My first call for a burglary to my home was November 2010, and my first call for somebody in my attic was in January 2011. That is why I put motion alarms in my attic. A year after that, I was shot inside my home while attic-mounted burglar alarms were going off. I'm at the hospital, and the nurse documents me saying this is at the emergency room. Just minutes after I'm shot, the nurse documents me saying that alarms kept going off over and over and over. They were setting off them alarms right before they shot me. And I was telling her and the detective, I said, proof is at my house. I had a voice recorder. I was recording the burglar alarms going off. It was a home invasion, just like it is now. A home invasion. People are breaking in my home. And just go look. There's proof. There's proof. This officer named April Chandler, she writes in her narrative in her police report that she found the proof, the evidence. She found the voice recorder that proved a home invasion was going on when I was shot. And she said she checked it in as evidence. So proof of a capital murder attempt, April Chandler found it. But guess what? It's not in the evidence logs, right? It was gone. Last person had it was April Chandler. And you know what else? April Chandler's never listed being in my house. But there is a blonde female that looks just like April Chandler that's caught on camera in my house on January 29, 2012 when the police report says no police were here at all. That is the secret police. And so basically what happened, her friend, Rosie Rodriguez, the detective, which was childhood friend of the primary beneficiary of my life insurance policy that was going to pay $500,000 if I died by accident that night, found out from me. Proof was at my home, the voice recorder, and then they come up with the idea to come to my home, sneak in, steal the proof. Nobody would know any difference, except they got caught on camera. And so that's where we're at. So ever since then, it's been this death threats, terrorism, break-ins, and I'm crippled, you know. And I'm going to show you that. I'm going to pause this for a second. Camera on the floor so I can show you how crippled I am. And what you hear in the person talking in the background is my police scanner. I was having to talk over the scanner a second ago, and it's kind of frustrating, but I don't know when the burglar alarm is going to go off. You know, I only got about 15, 20 seconds to catch it on camera, so I'm in a rush when that happens just so I can get the last few seconds on that camera. So anyway, this give you an idea of how crippled I am, and I can only put so much weight on my foot. You can see it there. The back of it's cut off, and basically I went into the hospital. I had two small holes after being shot, and my ankle was broke, and then now we know the X-ray was falsified. The person. Whoever's foot was in that x-ray on that night had their heel bone gone. So after I went to surgery, now my heel bone is gone. You know, I believe they cut out my heel bone to make it look like the x-ray that they switched out with mine. And I've talked about that extensively, showed the evidence. As far as I'm concerned, it's proof. Anybody can look at that online and you'll go, yeah, that's right. That's not your foot in that x-ray. And then you'll see, and that's what I'm saying. I had two little holes in my foot, and I go up there. When I come back, the back's cut off, and this gigantic hole's cut in the side, and a lie's going around saying I shot myself. Well, now we know the evidence says for sure I didn't shoot myself. So there's some explaining to do about cutting my foot off, the back of my foot off, and they desperately tried to cut my leg off. Anyways, when these alarms go off and these people with guns break in my home, and you know I'm calling the police and going, hey guys, people breaking my home, then you know that I'm crippled. Y'all seen it.